What's up guys, Q Huge here, and as I promised, it's peak week, so I'm going to document my whole peak week from Monday today up until the day of the show, Sunday, and then probably get some footage from after the show, bits and bobs like that. So today is Monday, 6 days out from my show, my first show. Today's a rest day. So really today kind of start my peak week phase, so I wanted to go through this with you guys just to sort of document it, not only to show other people but for me to look back on in the future and see if there's anything I can change, because I don't know how it's going to go. I've never done one of these before. This is my first show, like I mentioned, and it's all a big learning curve. The whole experience has been very insightful. So anyway, today, like I said, it's a rest day. I've got no training. I am doing cardio, just a slow walk on the treadmill like I usually do, and I'm going to do an hour of cardio today. So anyway, I wanted to take this time just to sort of tell you who I am and what I've been about and my prep so far. So my name's Ellis Quarterman, I'm 20 years old and I'm competing in junior bodybuilding in the UK BFF. I'm from Oxford in the UK, if UK BFF didn't give it away. And I took quite a long prep, because I'll show you a picture of me. This is me before I started my prep. Like you see, I was quite large in terms of I had quite a lot of muscle. I built quite a lot of muscle my first off season, but I also gained quite a lot of fat. So that was me at the start, and I'll show you a picture of me a couple of days ago. So that's me last week, and so you can see it's been quite a drastic change. But I did take a long prep because I didn't know how my body was going to respond to such a big cut. I thought if I hit any plateaus, it'd give me enough time to sort of break through them. So all in all, I did, I think, 24 weeks of prep, which is a long time. A lot of people will take 20 weeks or less, especially more experienced guys probably take 12 to 16 week sort of preps. So I really did take a long prep, but it was worth it. Needed that time. I learned a lot about my body. I learned a lot about how it works. I learned a lot about competing in general. I thought I knew a lot before, but now I know a hell of a lot more. So anyway, let's talk about my prep. Like I said, it was quite heavy when I started, and really what I did at the start was just taper down the carbs. So I started probably in my off season, I was about 450 grams of carbs, 400 to 450, and what I did was I took away 15 grams of carbs every few days, sort of up to a week. Sometimes I'd only take about 15 grams of carbs a week out, but sometimes it would be a couple of days and then I'd take another 15, depending on how my weight loss was going. And for the first sort of 12 weeks, that worked tremendously. I lost a lot of weight, probably about 30 pounds doing that. And then I kind of hit a brick wall and I didn't really know what to do. So what I did in the end was I went from about 200 grams of carbs, and I chose to do a sort of ketosis style diet where I went to 0 carbs, but I also implemented refeeds. So I did 0 grams of carbs 5 days a week, and then 2 refeeds, one on Monday, one on Thursday, where I bump it up again to about 200 to 250 grams of carbs, and that really broke me through my wall. It was quite tough training on 0 carbs, but it helped me get down to lower body fat. Once I'd done that for about 4 weeks, I did that about 4 weeks, so that takes us to about 5 weeks out, and then from there I implemented carb cycling. So what I'd do was started on my low days would be 0 still, and then the day after I did 0, I'd do 60, and then the day after that I'd do about 100, and then eventually after a couple of weeks took that up, so my low day ended up being 60, and then I did 90, and then I did about 120, and I kept tapering it up. And then at the moment 90 would be my low day at the moment, and then 150 would be my medium day, and about 250 would be my high day. But I don't do it strictly 3 days, 1, 2, 3. I'll sort of change it up as needed. In terms of cardio, I started out doing 3 days a week, 30-minute walk on the treadmill, ended up bumping up to 4 and then 5, and then rather than taking up the days, I stuck with 5 days a week, and then I took it up from 30 minutes to 35 minutes each session. And then after a while I took that from 35 to 40 and then 40 to 45. For a while I broke that up into actually 2 sessions a day, where I'd do 30 minutes in the morning, train in the afternoon, and 30 minutes in the evening. So quite a lot of cardio, and it kind of took it out of me. But luckily it's the last week, so I have 3 cardio sessions left to do. We're going to make them hour-long ones, just to sort of deplete the glycogen a little bit, and that'll help us, hopefully, once we have the carbs back in the last few days, fill out a little bit more. Okay, so boring stuff's out of the way. Moving on to the plan for peak week. So today, Monday. Yesterday I had a refeed day, and that was about 250 grams of carbs. Funnily enough, after my refeed days, I feel pretty shit. I feel just down, tired, and that's me today. Luckily I'm not training, I'm doing a bit of cardio like I said, but today carbs are at 60. In the next couple of days maybe lose just a tiny little bit more fat, and if not, it's no big deal. And tomorrow, Tuesday, the plan is 90 grams of carbs tomorrow, and the same on Wednesday, although they're subject to change. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is my leg day, and Wednesday is chest day. Then Thursday we're going to start carbing up for the show. Just like I said, the show's on Sunday, so the plan at the moment is Thursday 250 to 300 grams of carbs, and I'll be assessing it every couple of hours just to sort of make sure I don't go too insane and then I don't actually undereat the carbs, because I do want to fill out properly. Okay, then on Friday I'll sort of assess it, see where it's at, but I'll probably end up bumping it up a little bit, so sort of 300 to 400 grams of carbs. Then again, Saturday, the day before the show, really assess that, looking at it every couple of hours again, and just eating as I feel I need to fill out a little bit more, or maybe to pull it back if I feel I'm holding a bit too much water or something like that. So that's the plan. In terms of my other macros, proteins stayed the same, fats has pretty much stayed the same, apart from when I went into keto where I bumped it up a little bit, but at the moment fats are around 40 grams and protein is at 280 grams. Despite this being my first show, it's been the most amazing experience so far. For the past, I've been training for about 3.5 years, and it just feels like I just get more and more and more into it, and doing this prep has just skyrocketed my enthusiasm for bodybuilding like never before, and I'm on it all the time. I'm just either I'm training, I'm doing cardio, or I'm thinking about my diet, or I'm researching bodybuilding, I'm reading magazines, muscular development, flex or something like that, or reading some articles, listening to seminars. I'm fucking infused as fuck with bodybuilding at the moment, and can't see that changing. So I'm really excited to do my first show, and really excited to make the necessary improvements for next year, which I plan to compete again next year, put on a fuckload of size and get shredded. So all in all, it feels like it's really kind of coming together now. It's been a long ride, like I said, it took a long prep. So Sunday is Judgment Day. I can't wait to step on stage and show what I've got. So I want to talk a little bit about this channel and what I really do with it. Like I said, I want to use it to document my bodybuilding. It's going to be a full-blown bodybuilding channel, so you're into bodybuilding, follow me. So I'm going to be doing the usual stuff. I'm going to be documenting workouts, maybe making some motivational videos down the road. Like I said, documenting my prep. I'll do supplement reviews. I'll just do talks about how I feel with stuff that's going on in the world of bodybuilding at the moment. I'll give diet advice, workout tips, stuff like that, and really just take you on my journey. And more than anything, I want to use this to see myself change as a bodybuilder and see the improvements I make. Really use it as a sort of diary for my competitive career as a bodybuilder, because you can write this stuff all down. Dorian Yates used to write all his workouts down. He used to write all his meals down and everything for every year that he competed, and that's cool, but that's boring to look at. If you want to go back and see how you've changed, I think video is probably in this day and age the best thing to do. So besides actually peaking, the other plans for peak week, obviously shaving and tanning and all that good stuff, kind of start later in the week. So Actually, when I say they start late in the week, I've already started shaving. I really don't like it. It feels so strange to kind of just shave your legs and stuff. It's not good, but you have to do it, don't you? So I continue doing that. Luckily I haven't got any rashes, because I think maybe because I started early, I wanted to avoid that, and it's worked. So then on Thursday, do my first coat of Pro Tan, and then same on Friday and Saturday, and that should be good, because you can see I am pale. Other than that, it's going to be a lot of posing practice, I've got a good, I feel a good posing routine down. Good song, if you like rock music, you'll like it, so I'll try and get a video of that when I actually perform it on stage and put it up for you guys. Kind of took some time to sync the shots with the music, make it a little bit more entertaining, because at the end of the day, bodybuilding shows are boring unless you're watching the best in the world, like a pro show, or you're watching someone you know. They're boring. Watching strangers flex is not great, especially if they're beginners like me. So I thought, why not kind of use this opportunity to maybe make it a little bit more entertaining. No kind of Kai Green stuff or anything at that level, but I just thought I'd put a little bit more time into my posing routine, and we'll see how that turns out. Just about to cook meal number 3 of the day, which is just chicken breast, a little bit of sea salt. That's it. Yeah, so 9 ounces of chicken breast and some salt. Not doing any of the sodium sort of depletion at all. I'm going to keep sodium in, don't want to mess with it too much. Again, with water as well. Water I'm going to cut, not cut at all actually, I'm just going to switch to sips on Saturday night before the show. I tend to drink actually quite a lot of water, loads and loads of water, sort of upwards of 10 litres a day sometimes. So yeah, just probably after the second last meal, I'll probably just switch to sips, maybe get a little bit of water out. Hopefully I won't be holding too much, although that could all change a little bit. But the sodium I'm going to keep. First 2 meals I've already had. First one was oats, and that was half my carbs for the day, 30 grams of carbs from oats, and whey protein isolate. So I had that in a shake, I just drink the oats, ounces. Okay, yeah, so that was my first meal, and then I just had second meal with a canned tuna and a teaspoon of almond butter, which is delicious. Yeah, my body tends to work better on those kind of fats rather than keeping the carbs high. The only bad thing about that is I flatten out. You can see I'm probably quite flat now, as opposed to where I'll be on stage, hopefully, where I'll be a lot fuller because of the carbs. So there's my chicken. What I'll do is just chuck that on the George Foreman, like a wallop. Ooh. Lovely. If you don't have a George Foreman and you're into bodybuilding, you are missing out. It took me a few years to actually get a George Foreman, but I will never go back to cooking chicken breasts in the oven because they take ages. Okay, so add a little bit of sea salt to that. So yeah, I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to film a little video about my 5 favourite pre-workouts of this year. A little bit of a stim junkie, or not as much anymore, but definitely like my pre-workouts when I need them. So I'm probably going to make that, and that'll go up before this video, so if you're interested, check that out. While that's still cooking, I thought I'd just show you, these are the supplements, the main supplements I've been using throughout this prep. Don't really count whey protein as a supplement, it's more food, it's just another protein source. So obviously I've been using whey protein or whey protein isolate, but these are the supplements other than pre-workouts I've been using. So the main ones you want are multivitamins, essential. Also omega-3 fish oil, super strength. You can see there's a lot of bulk powder stuff here. I love bulk powders. If you're in the UK, I'm not sure if they do outside the UK, but you want to probably check that out because bulk powders is the shit. Not shit, the shit. They're the best. Leucine, L-leucine, and L-glutamine. I use those. So L-glutamine I'll stick in my post-workout shake, and obviously also I have it in the morning after I wake up. and leucine I'll use when I'm doing cardio, or sometimes I'll just sip on that throughout the day, just to, you know, top up the leucine. Leucine's very anabolic amino acid, and this stuff. So I've got Animal Flex. Have some issues with my joints, especially when I'm dieting. My knees really tend to hurt, and Animal Flex is the best joint supplement. I've used quite a lot, well, I say quite a lot, probably like 3 different joint supplements. Animal Flex is the best, best price as well, so you can't go wrong. Pack of those a day, sort your joints out, keep me squatting, that's what we like. Okay, moving on. So complete greens, these are just powdered greens. You see in here you've got oat fibre, spinach, broccoli, kale, spirulina, all that good stuff. It's a pain in the ass for me to eat greens all the time. I'm not a huge fan of it, so I drink a couple of these a day. They're fantastic, and it's not too expensive, and they don't taste too bad, to be honest. Also, we've got Optimal Nutrition, Fitness Fibre. You definitely want the fibre, especially if you're on a low carb diet, just to keep your system working. If you're not getting dietary fibre from your carb sources, you want it from something like this. And I got this on offer, so it's good. It's lasted me a while, and I definitely use this throughout the peak week, just to make sure, especially when I'm carbing up, that everything gets processed properly. So I don't want any bloating on stage. This is good stuff. Okay, and they're pretty much the main supplements I've been using, apart from, like I say, pre-workout, which if you want to know about that, go watch my new video about my favourite pre-workouts. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this one up now for you guys. I know it's been quite a long video today, but it's just because there's a load I had to say and sort of get out of the way. But hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit of a shorter video and get some good leg training footage for you guys. So I'm just about to do my cardio, and that's it. So Q Huge signing off. Take it easy.